I'm back. Thank you for tuning into another What Else is Going On, aka We Go podcast episode. I'm your girl, your host, Taria. So let's talk about everyone, America's favorite auntie, Wendy Williams. So Wendy is not out here playing with the press, playing with the people. It reminds me, and I'm sure you guys have heard other people say this too. You guys have probably even thought it of when Britney Spears was under her conservatorship by her father, and people felt like he was taking advantage of her, holding her prisoner, and a public movement began, and she was able to get out from under it. I believe the same thing is going to happen to Wendy between the documentary, her doing the interviews from the Breakfast Club to another interview that we're going to get into. I do believe that that's all going to go in Wendy's favor. So first up, let's get into Wendy and what she said about her son. You know, there had been speculation. Well, it was being reported that her son was making large purchases, and that's what was a red flag for Wells Fargo. Wendy had also talked about how she was going to go in and purchase, remember, a condo for her son, I believe. And that's when the flag went up. But let's get into what she says. This is according to TMZ, an exclusive. My son mishandled my money, but I still love him. Wendy Williams is going to Miami this weekend for her dad's 94th birthday. It's the first time she's been able to socialize in many, many months, and she'll be spending time with her son, whom she believes took advantage of her financially and triggered her guardianship. Wendy appeared on Harvey and Mark Garago's podcast, Two Angry Men, and they asked her whether it was going to be awkward interacting with her son, Kevin. As Mark noted, Wendy handled it diplomatically and made it clear she's looking forward to seeing Kevin. Wendy talks about the mishandling of her money in TMZ's new documentary, Saving Wendy, which is streaming for free on Tubi. She says her guardianship was launched after her bank, Wells Fargo, noticed a number of hefty unauthorized withdrawals were being made. Wendy believes Kevin and others were behind it. Kevin has said he did nothing wrong. But the guardianship judge seemed to side with Wendy. TMZ is privy to court documents in which the judge said back in September, while Mr. Hunter, her son Kevin, apologized for past mistakes and inappropriate behavior, the court is not convinced that he can keep her safe and wouldn't willingly or unwittingly expose her to financial exploitation. The documentary showcases Wendy's life in an assisted living facility in which she is confined to a room on the 5th floor. She rarely gets fresh air. She has no internet, and virtually no one can call or see her. Wendy says she feels like a prisoner. Wendy will be reevaluated by doctors who in the past determined she had frontotemporal dementia. Thing is that this condition never gets better, only worse. Yet Wendy sounds way better than she did in the Lifetime docuseries, which was shot a few years ago. TMZ presents Saving Wendy is available on Tubi. Give me 1 second, y'all. Sorry, y'all. Let's get into, so you can see the documentary on Tubi, but I wanted to get into a part of that interview where she talks hot topics. Hold on, y'all. I'm going to share it with y'all so y'all can see. Lord, I got to move some stuff. I got to move it over, child. Oh, no. There we go. All right.
What about Diddy?
Prison for life. It's about time that he goes to prison, and that's all I'm going to say about that. Diddy done.
J-Lo and Ben, disaster.
Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, what? I used to love Jennifer Lopez so much. Now I'm looking like, what is Oh, she's gorgeous. I don't mean the way she looks, because she's gorgeous, you know what I'm saying? But her mentality, what in the world is going on with you, Jennifer Lopez, who came on my show?
Ben Affleck is a decent-looking man, but he never looked hotter than when you spit shine.
What a good girl. Until she's not. And right now, it's the not time for Jennifer Lopez. Sorry, not sorry.
What do you think of Trump becoming president again?
Good for him. Take the 4 years, and then can we start over with a younger president? I'm talking about somebody in their 50s.
do you think about the whole TikTok controversy?
Can I tell you something? I don't know anything about TikTok. I am in prison. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm not a part of TikTok. I'm not a part of anything except for television, radio, elderly people, and pills.
Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are going to get married, and should they?
Honestly, I guess so, because they've been together for so long. Listen, to get married and get divorced, I've done that twice in my life. There's nothing wrong with getting divorced. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Men are cheating pigs.
All men?
No, not all men, but usually in cheating, it's always a man who's cheating. You know what I'm saying? Although I did cheat while I was married, just to see how that felt. I knew he was cheating. Sorry, not sorry. By the way, and I cheated up. Like, if you're going to cheat, then cheat up.
What about Diddy?
Prison for life. It's about time that he...
All right, so we just saw that. So you see how she's talking out of the window? They did their interview like that, where she's talking out of the window and we can see her. Listen, I remember listening to Wendy on The Breakfast Club with her niece. And my apologies, I forget Alex, her niece Alex. I was going to say I forget her name, but it was Alex. And I remember feeling like she sounds good, but she also sounds like maybe there still could be something going on. That was my honest thought. Like maybe there's something could be going on and maybe she still needs care, but it doesn't need to be this guardian. It needs to be somebody who actually loves and cares for Wendy and is not trying to take her money, right? Hearing this, she sounds like she's the old Wendy. And I know that's what everyone wants, right? Everyone wants the Wendy from the purple chair. I'll say this. I'm hoping it's a case of it's not what they said it was. The frontotemporal, like the dementia, the frontotemporal dementia, I believe. Or maybe, I don't know, because I want it so badly to be the Wendy from the purple chair, right? But I also don't forget how I felt like there were moments in that Charlemagne interview where she sounded like she was kind of maybe struggling a little bit. But that could just be how Wendy talks. Charlemagne made a point to say, those of you that think that Wendy's hopping around, this is how she always talked. This is how she always was. So I don't know. She sounds really good. And I'm so glad that a spotlight is being shunned on all of this, because again, at the end of the day, even if her medical evaluation determines that she does need care, it needs to be out of the hands of these people. Keeping her locked up in a tower like a caged bird is not good for her mentally. I'm so glad that she's going to get to see her father. And it's interesting, again, that Wendy feels like it was her son that triggered it, because I could have sworn that her going to buy her son that condo is what triggered it. Let me see. Wendy Williams goes to buy son condo and accounts are frozen. I thought that was the story back then, but maybe she didn't want to talk about her son back then. But I'm trying to find articles from that time. Let me see. I see something from 2024. I was looking at for page 6. It's not coming up. Let me see. I really thought that it would just come up. But y'all let me know if y'all remember that. Again, I thought Wendy talked about her going to buy that condo. And that's when it was shut down. Let's see. It looks like there was an article written December of 2022 about him getting evicted from the place. Nope. Again, y'all let me know what y'all think. I truly thought that it was that she said that. But again, here it is. Wendy said, my thing is that I've been asking, this was 2022. My thing is, I've been asking questions about my money. And when I began asking questions about my money, suddenly Lori Schiller has got no response regarding my money. I want my money. This is not fair. She posted that in an Instagram video. Lori Schiller was Wendy's former financial advisor who allegedly led Wells Fargo to freeze the talk show host account after claiming she was of unsound mind to handle her affairs. Lori told Page Six exclusively, November of 2022, that she didn't pursue the guardianship for Wendy, but rather Wells Fargo as an institution did because of a pattern of behavior that made issues apparent. Despite the bank fighting for control, Lori said she's the one receiving death threats. It's sad. One would hope, that her son wasn't purposely trying to take advantage of her, that he just thought, my mom is rich and I have access to her account. I don't know. But I'm glad that Wendy it's hard because that is her son, her family, but I'm glad that Wendy's speaking out about all of it. Everyone has spoken out on her behalf, but I'm glad that she has the platform and the audience to listen for her to speak out. And I hope that this does help her get out of this conservatorship that she's in that seems to be draining her financially. We know that he did charge Kevin did charge $100,000 to his Amex card. That's what it was. Wendy Williams' son, Kevin, 22, charged $100,000 to his mom's Amex card before Wells Fargo froze troubled host's account. Oof. And I wonder if he was used to just being able to do whatever he wanted to do. Something else had to trigger, though, because if that was a pattern of behavior, if he was always like that, then why at this particular time did it cause a red flag versus all the other time before? That's what I want to know. But we shall see. Shout out to Wendy for doing that interview. I hope that Wendy is on the path back to regaining some control, feeling like she has some control of her life. She's worked so long. And it's just, she deserves to be able to enjoy her life. You know what I mean? So shout out to Aunt Wendy. We are praying for you. We are rooting for you. Hashtag free Wendy from Sabrina Morrissey and not have her locked up like a caged bird, like a caged animal. We are praying for you, Wendy. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Again, I know I keep saying it, but didn't y'all hear something about her going to buy her son an apartment? That apartment that he was in? And that's what triggered the freeze. Y'all know I'm going to have to research it. I'm about to do a recording with someone on their channel, but I'm going to research that because I could have swore that was also put out there when all of this happened in 2022. I love y'all so much. I will talk to y'all later. See ya.